This video I want to talk about the symptoms, sensation regarding anything with your skin. Not too much people talk about this. Might not even experience this, but for me personally, with anxiety, I notice I get more like, I get more rashes. I do get heat rash whenever it's hot, but sometimes I'll wake up with like bruise on my legs. I don't know where I get them. It's always around my legs. I get like rashes where I normally don't get them. Like sometimes I'll get them like under my eye. I get like random pimples, like even like pimples in the back of my head. A lot of times you'll see me like randomly scratching myself because I get like rashes. And when I take a shower, I wash my face with like face scrub and stuff. Cause sometimes I don't use it, so it's not something that I'm using that I might be allergic to. I'm using stuff that I've been using for a couple of years, even before I have anxiety, and I never got rashes of using them. So yes, you could get rashes, pimples. Your face could start breaking out with anxiety. Other things you can get is like, you can wake up with bruise for whatever reason. I don't know why. For me personally, sometimes I wake up with like bruise on my legs, like I mentioned. Not so much on my arms, but on my legs. Sometimes I'll get them on my fingers, like little like hives on my finger, between my on my fingers, sometimes like right here between my fingers. Especially where I get sweaty at, sometimes on my toes. I used to sweat a lot with anxiety, especially the first year with anxiety, or the first few months with anxiety, meaning, May 2016 all the way to, I believe, sometime mid-August, early August. That's when, those were the times I used to sweat almost every day. When I say sweat, I meant sweaty, my face, my legs, my foot, my hands. Even when it was cold, I would sweat. Before, when I didn't have anxiety and it was hot, like in the 90s, even in the hundreds, like 101, 102, whatnot, I wouldn't be covered in sweat all over my hair. I would only sweat like down my face, but I would never sweat on my feet. So I think when I'm sweating with anxiety, especially when it's hot, and I start getting rashes even more, and then I'll see like my skin getting like rashes and like really dry and whatnot. Sometimes I'll get, like I said, I'll get pimples, pimples in the back of my head. I'll get like random little bumps. Sometimes I'll get like big bumps in the back of my head. It's because I'm scratching myself. You'll see in my videos, I'm always scratching around here, on my lips or around my nose, and on my head. That's why I'm always wearing a hat now. Before, when I didn't have anxiety, you would never see me really wear a hat unless I'm lazy to like comb my hair. So I'm wearing a hat now most of the time because I'm preventing myself from wanting to scratch my head. Because when I'm scratching my head, I'll get like dry skin from my head, and then when you get dry skin, on your head, and then you start scratching your hair so much, it causes the dry skin irritation on your skin, and then that irritation you can start having bald spots. I got some bumps in the back of my head. See, I'm scratching it now, and it's like I'll peel off the skin, I'll start bleeding, and then once you get dry skin, you want to peel it off because it irritates you, it annoys you, and I peel them off. So most time when I peel them off, you know, they'll either bleed or they have like nasty stuff coming up with them, you know. Like the previous night, I scratched this bump on the back of my head. It's painful, and I scratched it. I start bleeding. You know, what do? I had to go take a shower because I don't want to have blood stain on my pillowcase. So I'm wearing a hat with blood on it. You know, that's why I'm wearing a hat, so I prevent myself from wanting to squash. You know, so I'll just squash the top of my head instead of my actual hair. You know, sometimes my head gets itchy. That's another thing with anxiety. You get really itchy, even if you took a shower. Even sometimes while I'm taking a shower, I still have that burning, itchy sensation on my skin. Sometimes even my skin feels like there's something crawling on my skin. Like, you know, when you feel little bugs crawling on you, sometimes you feel it and whatnot. That's what I feel sometimes, like throughout my body. I feel like there's something in my skin. I have an itch that I can't get to, you know. And then when I scratch it, it gets itchier. You know, when you scratch, most likely when you scratch a couple of times, you don't feel the itch again. But sometimes I scratch, it feels like it gets itchier every time. And sometimes I'll start rubbing my elbows. Like right now, it's so difficult. It's like a habit, you know. When you're itchy, you want to scratch, but you scratch so much, your skin gets dry and it just gets itchier. You think you're helping yourself from getting rid of that scratch. Sometimes I don't use lotion when I get rashes. Most of the time I don't. I just put like nice cold water on it. Either cold or warm water, or even hot water. It kind of helps, but sometimes it feels like it's burning the rash at the same time. But when I use really hot water, sometimes it makes it even itchier for some reason. You know, it makes it like I have that urge to want to scratch. That's what I'm trying to do now. I'm trying to stop scratching myself, my head, wherever, like the back of my head is. That's where you always see me scratching, you know. So even at night, sometimes I'll get this really hot, burning, itchy sensation, and especially at like at midnight, 11 p.m. That's when it usually happens, and then I just want to scratch, and then on my bed sheet, on my pillowcase, it feels like there's stuff on it. You know, I do wash my bed sheets, I wash my pillowcase, my blanket, and whatnot. So, but yeah, every time I wash it, I still feel like there's bugs crawling, and I'm scratching. It doesn't matter if I'm laying down. Sometimes I could be outside walking and I get that itchy feeling, and then I'll take off my shirt and then I'll like shake it and see if there's any bugs. And then I ask my people in my house, like, do you see anything crawling on my skin? And they'll look carefully and they'll say there's nothing, but your skin is wet and dry and irritated, you know. So I'm like, I can't stop scratching. So yeah, you know, you get say like I'm itchy right now, and I took a shower not too long ago. So yes, with anxiety, stress level going up, you're gonna get, you know, symptoms, sensation throughout your skin, not just inside your body, not just like, you know, not just